Hello there guys, welcome back to 100% Chelsea for my review of the Chelsea versus Newcastle game. And we won the game 3-1. Very happy, you know, I mean obviously would have preferred a clean sheet. But you know, 3 goals, 3 decent goals I suppose, and you know, I was happy with that. Now getting straight into the lineup, we did start with a 3-5-2 formation. Thibaut Courtois in goal, Cesar Azpilicueta, Andreas Christensen and Antonio Rudiger as the 3 centre-backs, Marcos Alonso and Victor Moses the 2 wing-backs, N'Golo Kante, Danny Drinkwater and Cesc Fabregas as the 3 centre midfielders, so N'Golo Kante, as I expected Conte wouldn't do, wasn't rested, and then Eden Hazard and Alvaro Morata as the 2 strikers. And it started off alright, you know, some great football between Eden Hazard and Morata early on, and then it was a bit of end-to-end football really, but neither team creating anything properly dangerous. Moses had a very shaky start, couldn't complete a pass, lost the ball every time he had it, not very happy with that. And then in the 12th minute, Newcastle actually made it 1-0. Through Dwight Gale, Christensen lost an important header to, I can't remember who, but to a Newcastle player obviously. Then Kante somehow got a touch to it, tried to intercept it. That touch then basically hit a Newcastle player, almost fell to Alonso anyway. No idea what he was doing. He got a tiny touch to it. I think tried to play back to Courtois, but hit it way too short. Courtois got to the ball just about a split second before the striker, but it fell straight to Dwight Gale, who, you know, just had to put it into an empty net. Basically, straight after they scored, we took control of the game. We shifted up a gear or two, and in the 17th minute, the first massive chance for us through Eden Hazard. Cesc Fabregas played a perfect over-the-top ball to Eden Hazard, who took it down perfectly, tried to squeeze it past the keeper, who made an incredible save, to be fair, with his outstretched arm, making himself as big as possible. Great goalkeeping, but obviously Hazard could have done a tiny bit better, but there wasn't much else he could do, just very good goalkeeping. Then in the 19th minute, I thought we had a massive penalty shout, a long ball from Rudiger to Morata, who was actually offside, but the linesman didn't see that. But the keeper just ran straight into or through Morata, being nowhere near the ball. Definitely looked like a penalty to me, but obviously wasn't given. And those were a crazy 3 minutes. So that was in the 19th, the penalty shout. In the 20th, Christensen hit the post with a header after a cross from Kante. Christensen was still pushed forward after a corner, got to the end of the cross and got very close to scoring as well from actually fairly, you know, long distance considering he was heading the ball. And then in the 21st minute, Eden Hazard made it 1-0. A cross from Azpilicueta meant for Morata. Then the cross got intercepted with a flying kick basically by a Newcastle defender, fell straight to Eden Hazard, who took it first time and put it past the keeper into the far corner. You know, decent finish and, you know, great to get, you know, to 1-0 so quickly after conceding. And like I said, great reaction after going the goal down and putting Newcastle under massive amounts of pressure straight after conceding. In the 25th minute, the referee literally fouled Cesc Fabregas 22 yards from goal. We lost the ball, obviously, got hit on the counter, but Kante won the ball back straight away. I would have been very annoyed if we conceded after the referee just ran into Fabregas because he doesn't know what he's doing. And then in the 33rd minute, we did take the lead through Alvaro Morata with the 2-1. Rudiger actually played a very poor crossfield ball trying to find Moses on the other side of the pitch, but Richie from Newcastle headed it straight to Moses, who was stood just a few yards next to him. Moses then put in a great cross, like a really good cross, a very hard hit cross at like shoulder height, straight through the area of uncertainty. Morata made space for himself by pushing the defender off a little bit and headed it in from inside the 6-yard box. The rest of the first half was then a bit quieter. We had a few almost moments when good balls got intercepted at the last second, or the last pass didn't find the teammate, or a few good free kicks we had as well, but we couldn't, you know, get the efforts on target. So that was then half-time at 2-1. Newcastle gave us a good game until they scored. But like I explained, that only happened because of some poor defending. And also being a bit unlucky, to be fair. But after that, we went up by 2 gears and started to put them under a lot of pressure. Scored 2 decent goals. Fairly happy with the first half. And the start of the second half, Moses was starting to show that you need game time to find a rhythm again. He didn't play well when he came on against Swansea. And except his cross assist in the first half, he really was poor in the first half. Like I said in the beginning, he looked very shaky. But the start of the second half, he was starting to look good. Winning challenges, keeping the ball, looking quick, looking sharp, very happy. In the 55th minute, we were very close to 3-1. Eden Hazard has a go from 22 yards or so. Takes a massive deflection, wrong foots the keeper completely, but the ball goes wide of the post slightly. Just a minute later, another good chance for Eden Hazard. Great ball by Fabregas to Morata, who let it drop for Hazard with his head. Then I thought there was a clear handball by Newcastle. Hazard got to the ball again though, after the handball, trying to go through and past 3 players inside the box. Got tripped twice actually. Couldn't get a shot away before the keeper got to the ball. Could have been a penalty as well in my opinion. Maybe it would have been a soft penalty, but I've seen softer things given as penalties. And Hazard clearly got tripped, and the handball as well, so you know, we got a bit unlucky. We could have had 2 penalties by then already, in my opinion. In the next 15 minutes, we had a few decent efforts from Hazard, from Moses, but nothing really challenging the Newcastle keeper. Then in the 17th minute, great combination between Hazard and Drinkwater after a great run by the Belgian from deep, playing a 1-2 with Drinkwater, but Hazard just about kind of misjudged the good ball by Drinkwater and couldn't get the ball on target because he kind of, I don't know, he let it bounce when he shouldn't have, and then, you know, it just went too far away from him to actually get his shot on target. He just about got his toes to the ball anymore. And then 3 minutes after that, in the 73rd minute, a penalty was awarded to Chelsea, won by Victor Moses after he was played through by Cesc Fabregas. Clear penalty. I think it was Richie, might have been someone else. Clearly took him out with a slide tackle. Easy. In the 74th minute then, Eden Hazard stepped up to take the penalty and he made it 3-1. Gets his second of the day, this time from the penalty spot, obviously, with a cheeky Panenka chip down the middle. Well, not fully down the middle, like leftish middle, if you will. But yeah, you know, obviously that was 3-1 in the 74th minute, and that was great. And just 2 minutes later, in the 76th minute, Hazard had a massive chance. Like, he should have done better there, I think. After Shelby loses the ball in midfield after he just came on, Morata drives the ball forward, plays a perfect ball to Hazard on his left-hand side. Again, the keeper doing a great job, to be fair, staying up for as long as possible. And Hazard's chipped effort hits the keeper's shoulder. But like I said, Hazard possibly could have done better there. Go for a different, you know, kind of finish rather than the chip or whatever. But, you know, he scored 2 already. We were 3-1 up, so it's not a big deal. But obviously, you always want your best players to score as many goals as possible. Then in the 79th minute, we started off with some substitutions. Willian came on for Eden Hazard and Bakayoko came on for Cesc Fabregas. In my opinion, we could have done with some substitutions a little bit earlier, considering we're facing Atletico Madrid on Tuesday. But, you know, that's what it was. And just a minute later, Cahill came on for Christensen, taking Christensen's central centre-back spot like for like. Interesting, because Cahill has never played the central centre-back spot for us, but probably just because the game was won already and the other central centre-back that we have in David Luiz is obviously out injured at the moment, and possibly Conte just wanted to take Christensen off with Tuesday's game in mind. That was then it for the game, really. Nothing really happened after those substitutions, just playing the time down and not looking like we really tried to score anymore. Newcastle had a few corners but never really got dangerous, so that was then full time at 3-1. And like I said earlier, Newcastle gave us a good game early on, but ever since they scored, they were all over the place. But also Forsberg's playing well, but they had a lot of misplaced passes in midfield, which opened up chances for us. A lot of our big chances were created by just mistakes by Newcastle in the centre of the park. So they didn't make it exactly difficult after they scored, but we used that well. We played a very good game and probably should have scored 2, 3, if not 4 goals more. But with a 3-1 win, you can't really complain. At the end of the day, like I keep saying, all that matters is the 3 points. I spoke about Moses already and I have to praise him again because he continued that good start to the second half for the rest of the game. You know, and he just, like I said earlier, he showed that you need some game time to get into the rhythm, because in the second half I thought he was very, very good. And Hazard, I mean, what can you say about that guy? When he's on form, he's unplayable. Like, he's absolutely unbelievable. He still needs to improve in front of goal, in my opinion. If he can just improve, he could have scored 4 or 5 goals today. I'm not slating him at all. He still scored 2 goals and, you know, those 2 goals won us the game. He could be so much better and so much higher regarded than he is just by us Chelsea fans, because he's just so good. Those turns, those runs, those moves. He looked like he really enjoyed today's game, and it was just absolute class, like pure silk and just pure joy to watch, really. And also everyone else had a good game, I thought. If you want to talk about who was our worst player, probably Alonso. He messed up the most for the goal we conceded. I didn't exactly do much going forward either, to be fair. So, you know, could be him, but he didn't have a terrible game either. And one thing I have to say is I really like that midfield 3 of N'Golo Kante, Danny Drinkwater and Fabregas. I actually tweeted that a few days or weeks ago, whatever. Check my Twitter out, it's in the description. But I do really like that because I think Bakayoko at the moment looks a bit shaky. Drinkwater is good on the ball, he's good in the challenge. He has that grit, he can do everything, he can defend, he can also play that good final ball. He's not really tried to have shots so far yet. He had one actually, but that went well wide. But he's not known for his goal scoring, but he can defend and he can pass. So he's a good mixture, and I think with Kante and Fabregas, you know, he's a good player in there until Bakayoko, well, improves enough and actually earns his place in the team, because at the moment I think Drinkwater's just playing better than Bakayoko is. Now on to Atletico on Tuesday. Let's secure the top spot in the group, and obviously, yeah, that's it from me. Leave me all of your thoughts down in the comment section below. Who was your man of the match? Pretty sure that's pretty easy because it just has to be Ronaldo. He was just so good. But leave me any other thoughts you have down in the comment section below as well. Leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Like I just said earlier, check out my social media, my Twitter and my Instagram, Laos1507. On both of them, I'd massively appreciate it if you could follow me there. Also, don't forget to subscribe to 100% Chelsea. Click the button up there and you can subscribe. And also click the notification bell down below so you can, you know, get notifications when we do upload videos. Thank you guys for watching. Up the Chelsea. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you next time.